I forget to split and then it's super long. Hello, back. Let's do this thing. As Raffaello is back in the city, and at this point, I have a feeling that Law and Order is gonna break down to the point where it's not gonna matter that he's a demon worshipper and everyone should be hunting him. Okay, you are in control of the grapple. Rudolph will... what can Rudolph do? Ooh. Actually, maybe that would have been a better idea in hindsight. Where's the vicissitude page?
Down there. Vicissitude is good.
How many blood points is it for Zulo form?
Wow, Zulo form?
That's like level 4, right? That's the level 4 one?
Let's see. Well, yeah, Horrid form. 2 blood points.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Oh well. It was fun while it lasted. Okay, Rudolph is gonna start spending blood points to avoid wound penalties, and he's gonna attempt to break free. Or rather take control again. So yes, another willpower point. He already spent 1 in order to... Okay, he's attempting to take control again.
Yeah, I really agree with some other people on vicissitude just being way too unfocused and too powerful in some ways.
Yeah, keep in mind that it's strength plus brawl if you have brawl on Raffaello.
No, I don't have. So it's just 6 dice.
Okay, he's once again in control. What do you do on the next turn? Keep in mind.
Coach him.
Hmm?
Can I coach him to use Blood Boy?
That does require a touch though with your hands again, doesn't it?
That's how I read it. Because I recall other things being like in contact with.
You know what you can do? You can burn celerity actions. Essentially, you can try to take control of the grapple with your main action and then try to attack with your celerity actions. Or try to keep trying to take control.
Remember,
Yeah,
it will
that's
also
what I have
it will
clarity.
actually take you. Does count for your dice pool, for using the power.
Sorry, what? What do you mean?
He can't just like use celerity actions to also use the. You have
Yes,
to split
but
it between
it's...
trying to control as well as trying to use the power is what I'm saying.
I mean, I'm just saying that he should attack.
Yeah, he should.
How much did
Yeah.
I give him? 3? Celerity? Well, either way, he's at the top. So, what do you want to do?
Next time I will try to break free and use celerity to attack him.
Okay, so he would move first. But before, you know what? Yeah, it's been long enough for Dorian to run down here. Let's take a look at what Dorian has. You know what? That's fine. Dorian uses the grenade launcher as a club and thwacks Rudolph along the head.
Hey, if it was a headshot, you could increase that difficulty and could rule that headshots just increase the damage type.
Actually, I forgot to add his celerity, but this time it doesn't help, so... Nope, it does nothing. The club, it does nothing. Nothing, I say. Well, let's move some people over to the dead pile so that this list is a little easier to navigate. Gehenna, everyone dies. And not to the antediluvians, but just in general.
Apparently.
Well, the whole world is slowly going crazy, right? Actually, that would have been one more dice since he's ignoring wound penalties. So 6 strength plus 1 from the attack, plus 1 from fangs. That's... please soak 4 aggravated if you have any fortitude. Did I...
Okay.
Yeah, let's just remove that. Okay. Actually, let's rule that Dorian would have used his celerity actions to keep twacking that fucker. Because Ruffello is important for the plans. Ashmet needs...
I kind of thought that he actually used the celerity actions to get that close. But
Oh no, he was a couple of turns away, like, all the while they were fighting, he was trying to get close.
okay.
So, he already spent the previous turns doing that. But yeah, you wanted to try and break free, Raffaello, and use your celerity actions to actually attack.
Yeah.
So, go ahead. Let's see if you manage.
STR versus STR.
Well, keep in mind he does have a point of brawl, but you're in control. You can launch 2 attacks for the price of... for the small price of 2 blood points. Are you ignoring your wound penalties? Because if you're not, then you would still take control, but you would have had 2 less dice on that roll because it's a strength plus brawl thing, which is partially based on skill, which means that the penalty does apply, unlike damage. Bacon. Apparently someone's screaming in the background over there, and he must be muted. Yeah, I can see him typing. It's fine, Bacon, we get it.
I was talking. So yeah, I was ignoring wound penalties.
Okay, in that case, feel free to launch your attacks.
To bite him is dexterity melee or dexterity brawl.
Dexterity brawl.
So just 3 dice.
Okay. 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 You feel like running, you've just run into a wall as Ashmet holds you back so that the attack does not land with its full strength. Roll with self-control.
Is his self-control capped by his humanity?
It probably is.
Don't matter.
Maximum of 3.
Well, wits plus self-control, so it's more of a... yeah. Okay, you managed to shake it off, because you're apparently used to the Ashmet just reaching in and meat puppeting you like a little bitch. And, don't be a moron, you don't want him dead, do you?
Don't I?
You really don't.
Can I just hit him? It looked like he has some celerity and fortitude.
Yes, that's exactly what I meant. You don't want him dead.
Oh, yeah. So I just do the first attack and hope that he leaves.
No, Ashmet just essentially... Oh, that wasn't the... No, Ashmet essentially... I thought that was the damage roll for the first attack. You know, just do the damage rolls, but Ashmet just reins you in the moment you're about to kill him, just, you know, essentially leaving Rudolph incapacitated.
Is strength plus how much?
+1 plus whatever you get from the attack. You just rolled all of it together? Oh, right, you had it buffed to High Heaven, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, then that is just enough, and he just prevents you from launching the second attack. You still waste your celerity blood point, but, you know, you don't kill him.
Yeah, I just trained him.
He
Okay,
aborts to defensive action.
saying to Ashmet, please don't hurt me, I won't fuck up again! All those rituals. And they're all gone.
All of them are gone. That's alright. I got my important ones.
I don't need them.
I meant more like Rudolph's skills, but you know.
Oh, yeah. Don't matter. He has the fortitude and celerity that I want.
Okay, you wish to drain him then, permanently.
Yeah.
Alright, roll your willpower. What did we roll, like difficulty 8 to empty his temporary willpower points? Okay, you have eaten Rudolph. You hang in that void where you are consuming another person's soul. You have seconds to decide. You will get vicissitude if you do nothing. You can up your auspex or your celerity instead.
What is vicissitude?
That's the flesh crafting thing the Zemitzi use. I don't recommend it. The first level is it's gonna be a bitch to raise it properly, and you don't really have the stat to take advantage of it, I think.
Yeah. What do you guys recommend, celerity or auspex?
Keeping in mind that his auspex is like at 1, I think.
Oh, I will take celerity.
Okay, in that case, spend a willpower point to do just that, and you may set your generation to 9th.
Well, I have almost no willpower, but at least in 9th generation. Finally. I waited so long for that.
He crumbles into ash and blows away. On both sides of the street, cop cars pull in. Ew, ew, ew.
I just start living with Dorian.
You there! Freeze! Above you hear a chopper, chugga 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 chugga, and you are now in the spotlight. The chopper is projecting a beam of light at you. Freeze right there, hands in the air! Drop that grenade launcher!
I put my hands on the air.
Dorian just goes, fuck it, I'll distract them, make a run for it. And, he goes, you'll never take me alive, coppers, and rushes forward while launching his last grenade at the chopper.
I just run with celerity.
Okay, give me a dex stealth, actually no, wit stealth to quickly find a place to hide. As Dorian is cut down by machine gun fire, yet again. Taking one for the team. And respawning in the hotel room.
Oh shit, I don't hide myself properly.
Ashmet just face films. You fucking moron. Seriously? Okay. Okay, in that case, let's move to the city map. You know, I'll be sad to let this map go, but the Chantry map, I think, we're not going to be returning to it. For obvious reasons. You hear several voices, and as you move away from them, you run face to face with an FBI agent. Dressed in a vest and holding a machine gun. He looks you up down and just immediately raises the gun. This is loaded with incendiary bullets. Don't you fucking move, vampire.
That's the moment that I use dominate, right?
Yeah. You can try.
I just look at him and say freeze while I raise my hands.
Okay. He smiles at you and says, "Yeah, no," slowly shaking his head.
Well, at least I tried, right? See, I'm raising my hands.
Turn around.
So, what do I roll to use Hellfire?
That's thaumaturgy.
Just willpower.
Yes, difficulty 6.
How many
One-
points does he have in that? Oh, difficult. That's only three dots of. That's still 3 points of damage per turn. So I guess that's pretty good.
Wound penalties count on test?
Yes, yes, but he's right in your face, so it's easy to hit. Yes, he screams in unbearable agony, and the gun explodes in his hands, spraying fragments of incendiary grounds everywhere. I want you to make me a roll of Dex, Athletics, at difficulty 8 to dodge them all. Keep in mind, celerity does add extra dice to this.
Oh, so I have plus 3 dice.
You're gonna get Raffaello killed after he has off-screen been such a badass, aren't you?
Yep. I think that I have bad luck in this game.
No, you're extremely good at getting characters killed, because you just keep going on and on without any sense of self-preservation.
Who needs that shit?
Just print those sheets, right? Okay, I'm not seeing your roll.
I got 2 dices.
Did you take your wound penalties into account for that? Because I don't...
Yeah. Wait. Oh,
Yeah.
It would be 5 dices, so one success.
Okay, you dive out of the way, and the cops that were following you from behind catch up. You are at their feet.
That guy exploded.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we've been briefed. They seem to be very careful not to look you in the eye. Get up. Don't you try anything.
So they're not looking at him.
They're looking at his chest. They're not looking at his face.
Interesting.
So what should I do now?
That would mean they would have a penalty at that hitting your head.
When I use the power to drain blood from mortals, they die instantly, right?
Yes, pretty much. You can try to split your dice pool to hit both of them at once with that.
Yes, that was my plan.
Yes, you can try that. You would have to spend 2 blood points and you would have to, essentially split your dice pool. Keeping in mind that you do have wound penalties.
So would be 3 dices for each.
Yep.
Difficulty 8?
Yeah, 7.
Oh, geez, I muted myself. No, it's Cauldron of Blood that does it. Blood boil. Not Theft of Vitae.
You sure?
Yes, go look at it.
Oh, right, it was the turn blood to water thing. That
Yeah.
fucked them up at lower levels.
Yeah.
You want to abort that or change that to having tried Cauldron of Blood?
I will change that to Cauldron of Blood.
Okay, in that case, the first one is a botch.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Because that's a level difficulty 8 power.
What
Which
a-
actually is very bad for you. You just lost a permanent willpower.
No, I dislike that ruling. I have, from the very start, stated that that's not how we're going to be handling this.
Oh, okay. How do you handle botching the 5th level of thaumaturgy?
That's where we get creative, don't we? Okay. The reality ripples around you. What would happen here? You feel the walls between realities harden, the sanctity of the world slowly being restored due to your efforts. You treacherous fuck. Your master is not pleased.
Wait, I fixed the reality? That's
You fixed reality, yes. You started fixing reality.
You just undid like 2 weeks of work at slowly breaking it that you have done here. Congratulations.
he just face palms.
One of the guys is just looking in horror as the other one is just dying horribly.
I will use the...
He runs.
Oh, great. I will just take a look. Can I take the blood from the dead guy, or it's bad?
You can try. Do
No,
you want to roll intelligence occult to see if it's a good idea?
No, if you say you can try, it's a bad idea.
You need to be in character about this stuff, sir.
Ashmet meanwhile whispers in the back of your mind. Raffaello, you're a moron. What the fuck was that?
I don't know, I was...
You should have just used presents on them, you fool. No chance of fucking this up. Jesus Christ. This is... He just takes over.
Why is he calling for Jesus Christ?
I call in the name of Jesus Christ and my Lord Satan.
You feel Ashmet just take over you like a puppet, and you start flying across the rooftops, keeping low and just rushing away. You have spent another blood point incidentally to power movement of the mind, which you don't have, but Ashmet does.
Yeah, he's cool.
Fucking idiot Tremere assholes always in my way. Even that Yorick fuck is just... You always have to manage him just right, oh... God's fucking damn it. At least Dorian knows how to get a job done. Jesus Christ, I wish I didn't have to mess around with you assholes. You have gotten a lot of this incidentally, Raffaello, from Ashmet every time you fuck up. He actually tells you the truth because you're his bitch and you can't really say anything without him, you know, stopping you. Most of the time.
I say to him, hey, if it wasn't by me fucking up with the ritual, nothing of that would happen, so at least be happy for me fucking up.
Okay, you are racked with immense agony, and you take a point of aggravated damage as he punishes you for your insolence.
You literally have... Were you actually being literal when you said that you don't have any self-preservation in your characters?
Yeah, it's true, I don't have.
You are gonna go home, you're gonna take the earth that we prepared earlier, you're gonna heal up, and you're gonna figure out how to fix this. Because we need to weaken this place for when Yorick gets the fang.
Alright.
We prepare the way by dragging one of those fucks through the barriers. Then we use its life force to widen the crack and burst it wide open. But in order to do that, we have to actually be able to summon one of them. And can we do that if reality is nice and solid here? Can we? No, we can't. So I do believe that you have some work to do, don't you?
I do like how, I wonder what would have happened if Seth hadn't blown up Chantry and the crack there had continued to spread.
Oh, that crack there? That has long since been patched out.
No, I mean the one he just created.
Oh, that's just a physical crack, not a crack in reality.
Okay. No, I mean the one where he opened the ritual, with the ritual.
Oh, he didn't necessarily.
Yeah, he got 4 successes on it.
Yes, he didn't open a crack in reality because he didn't do it multiple times. He didn't fail it, which means he did it correctly.
Okay.
And he did open a rift in his own mind, essentially. That's the only place where it opened.
Okay.
And he's dead, so...
Yeah, usually blowing shit up ends up breaking shit.
Meanwhile, Yorick, the euphoria seems to have gone, but you feel Ashmet munching on something absent-mindedly. You hear the faint echo of Seth screaming, in fact.
Well, I just saw the explosion for like 2 frames.
Yes, yes you do, but now you hear Seth screaming in your mind, faintly in the distance.
Huh. Sounds like you're having a good meal. I better
Om
get to work
nom
on this.
nom nom. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, also, yeah. Raffaello comes up. Yeah, he's a moron. Watch him carefully. By the way, can you like make another one of those weapons for Dorian? Some more grenades as well. He just used the last one on the cops. Watch the
I like
news.
Dorian.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
Watch.
generally do stuff for free, though.
Dude, did I or did I not teach you how to listen to me? How to accept my guidance? Have I not guided you with killing the prince and at other times?
The fudge are you talking about?
He's talking about the Dark Tome. Because that does require a powerful being on the other side, essentially, to work.
Huh. Not quite how it's actually described, but
It literally describes it as listening to the whispers of the
the
unborn.
forgotten ones, but...
Well, we did rule that in this case it's a different variation that connects to demons instead.
Yeah, I kind of presumed it wasn't Ashmet particularly, though.
Well, he has a vice president in charge of the whisperings, so it's sort of him, but not really. Kind of. Sometimes.
Yeah,
Like-
I just kind of thought it was a collection of various kind of knowledges and ideas.
Well,
That kind
I'm
of stuff.
treating it more along the lines of like there being several demon lords and you're just connecting to, you know, one of the groups. It's like, how the fuck do I describe it in a short way that makes perfect sense to everyone else? It's like you're asking Ashmet and his, you know, group for advice, and he can either delegate that or guide you himself, but essentially, you know.
That explains so much.
Yeah, I do see that power as a heavily dependent on whichever the, you know, powerful entity you are connecting to, just because of the way it's described.
Huh.
Listen, it's not like it's gonna take you a long time. And it's not like you're doing anything else at the moment of importance.
I'm making this workshop impenetrable to bloody people.
This, you know, I didn't mean right now. That can wait just when you have a moment. You don't, this doesn't have to be your first priority, just when you have a moment, if you could, please.
Mm-hmm.
You are
Did you just say
sleeping.
please?
No.
Okay.
No, Ashmet is off with Yorick.
Listen, it's... You know, I think we shouldn't see each other as enemies or competitors or have this whole
I think you're a
master-slave
lying
thing.
asshole half the time.
And I think you're a cold, heartless bastard, but that doesn't mean we can't be friends.
That's right. You just need to be more honest, and maybe I would trust you a little bit better.
I mean, I'm trying. I mean, I told you what was going on in the Chantry after you caught me.
Oh, yes, it's definitely a rival demon lord, right? Yeah. Could you
Well-
tell me?
Well, to
No.
be fair, that explosion from downstairs, that was someone else. I just took him over a bit earlier than I let on. But that place was already on fire, and the explosion would have happened anyway. Because that was the ammunitions he set on fire.
Yeah, makes sense. The thing is, I already told you, I do realize I am just a sniveling little servant in your eyes. So, please,
Well, that's...
be honest.
Well, that's not actually entirely accurate. I mean, Raffaello is a sniveling little servant. You're a bit higher on the totem pole.
I don't really care about that. I just want to make awesome shit.
And I want you to make awesome shit.
The question is if you live long enough to appreciate your awesome shit.
I need you to make me a blade that can sever the fabric of reality itself. That's awesome, right?
That is amazing, and I so plan to do that. I just need to make sure that no one can try and kill me in the meantime.
Yes.
But
Yes.
yeah, give me Dorian more grenades. I'll do that.
Be careful, actually. That black guy, that Malkavian elder, as you call them, he might just come after you. If they realize how important you are, they might just come after you.
Yep.
Actually, yes. Can you somehow convince the Ventru that Dorian isn't a demon worshipper? I could send him to help you. Keep you
Yeah.
safe.
Probably not very easily, to be honest. It was kind of a big deal.
Well, shit, there wasn't any way I could have dumped it on Raffaello. I needed, for the sake of the ritual, to have it be someone who was actually involved with demons, otherwise it
Yep.
wouldn't have worked.
Don't worry. I can supply them and everything. That's fine. I'll handle these defenses.
Yes, and speaking of, Raffaello has lost a point of humanity and needs to roll for another one.
That's right.
It's conscience.
Yep.
Yes.
Based on your humanity, by the way, for max level on the conscience roll.
It doesn't matter. Oh,
It does. Yes, because you lose the automatic point first. So you're down to 2 when you roll.
Yep.
well,
He somehow still feels bad. Ashmet whispers in the back of your mind. It's almost time for you to abandon that completely, I suppose. And just wish you weren't so incompetent. There is some sort of infernalist path for worshipping demons, right?
Yes, of course there is.
Yes, I think Ashmet will be instructing Raffaello in that. Because, yeah.
So what does this path do?
We'll read it up on it during the week and then have that be a thing. You're obviously gonna have to take the usual route of converting over, which means that you're gonna have to commit a little atrocity.
I'm true humanity. Do I care?
Yes, it has to be a completely vile act that completely denies humanity, like a humanity wants sin.
Oh. Well, I can always roll conscience and get lucky.
Yes, you will feed all the actually, Ashmet knows what you will do. You will take the Salubri soul, which holds souls of all his gathered ancestors, in fact,
I found it.
and you will feed it to Ashmet. Without getting any benefits of the Diablerie as well. You're just gonna feed... Yeah, because you're just gonna feed it to Ashmet. You're not gonna get the soul, you're just gonna channel it to him. To show your willingness to do whatever it takes to serve your master, I think. Because that's a fine meal right there.
Can I at least change to a path of... I don't know, a path of illumination, the name of this stuff? that you get when you don't have humanity.
No. Ashmet wants you to obey him at all times.
Which
That-
is exactly what Evil Revelations is about. Yay!
Yes, you are switching over to that. Ashmet is not gonna teach you any other path. That's the one you're getting. Because you are his and you will obey him body, mind, and soul.
The very, very bottom of it is to disobey your infernal master. It is the entire basis of the foundation of that path.
Well,
I-
at least it will be fun, right?
I think the second version is better for you because failing to corrupt or destroy other vampires isn't really what Ashmet wants.
Yep.
Failure to use your situation to your master's advantage, though, now that fits what he wants very well. Of course, Dorian can't switch to that path because he's locked into humanity at 2 with his portrait. Essentially,
Yep.
in like the bottom state of moral and spiritual decay, and he's forever like locked there. He can't go up or down.
That's sad.
Yeah, kinda sucks to be him, huh? He can't Diablo Rise down either. He's just
Yeah.
trapped. Ashmet keeps promising him freedom once he's free himself. Thing is, Raffaello could probably free Dorian if he wanted to disobey Ashmet.
Why would I free Dorian? Fuck him.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Raffaello, keep in mind, Malik is generation 7. If you ate him, oh my.
I asked Ashmet in my head if I can eat the Malik instead of the Salubri.
No, it does not work.
But it's Malik, everybody hates him.
Yes, you can eat him for yourself, but for me, you will sacrifice the Salubri.
Alright.
The one person that might have somehow saved you still. And William's one way to Golconda, and wow, that Salubri could have been so useful in so many ways to help save this thing.
If the thing's not going to be saved, the demons will walk on the earth and the antediluvian will wake up all of them.
Yes, and somewhere in the Atlantic a Cthulhuid monster slowly rises from the deep, right?
Make the Cthulhu of the Harding.
Yes, yes, yes. Like in this mythology, Cthulhu is essentially the Nosferatu antediluvian, right? According to the Gehenna book. At least.
Almost might as well be in some ways, I guess.
I don't know. I like the idea of just going off of, instead of some sort of supernatural ugly horror, just go off of, someone who's really proud and really, easy to piss off. Just a spiteful shit.
Remember, he fucking hates his own clan, though.
Because they remind him of how fucked up his own appearance is, right?
Yep. So he actually made he made the Methuselahs into their own kind of hunting dogs for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I've read the clan book. I like the way that he's described as becoming what he is, and I think that that's a much better thing to go off for when making a Gehenna story than whatever they wrote in the Gehenna book, honestly.
I ignore the Gehenna book most of the time.
Yeah, but they're just gonna be tearing up Greece and Eastern Europe along with the Toreador antediluvian, so it's fine.
Yep, sounds fun.
Meanwhile, Salute is busy unsalting the grounds of Carthage using stolen Tremere knowledge to free his little bitch slave. Wait,
Yay!
what? My, wouldn't that suck, huh?
Look, I'm just very curious what you decided to do with Salute on whether or not which kind of view you went with him.
It's my opinion that the, nice view is, it needs to be done very, very well in order to be good. Let's just say that.
I know 3 different little kinds of views that he is held up in, so I'm curious which one you went with. Just tell us at the end. I'll be happy with that.
Well, I'm sure you'll hear some news and hints before communication between the continents breaks down as the satellites fall from the sky as burning stars because reality no longer supports science.
Well,
Yeah. Wait. No, that's not good. How we are going to survive without York shit?
Yorick has a lot more than just that going for him, so it's alright.
Yeah,
Remember, Yorick does have the capability of technically bending reality in some ways, if it's influenceable.
Yeah. Okay.
Willpower of 10, it helps.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a hypothetical scenario. Let's just assume that reality is solid and reliable because it's been solidified by constant effort, right? Like essentially calcified crap. Now, if someone was to shatter that, like the chains that hold reality in shape, by, say, sacrificing a dragon to a demon lord, then, suddenly reality could be bendable again. Mages would have their day, they would battle out the technocracy, all kinds of crazy shit would happen, and you would know what color the sky is from one moment to the next.
Mm-hmm. Mental attributes would start mattering a lot more than even physical.
Could be.
Because that is how you influence things.
But wait.
Reality.
My mental attributes are as bad as my physical ones.
And you are just screwed, my friend.
You can't just
So
social.
wait, if all mental attributes like, I don't know, intelligence and wits only matter,
No, I'm not saying that that's gonna be the case. I'm just gonna say that you won't know from one moment to next if the gunpowder is gonna ignite, if the gun is gonna explode in your hand, or if it's just gonna come out with a little flag that says bang.
Oh,
Crap like that. Like, for example, your shotgun works if you spend a willpower point to make it work for a scene, normally, without everything going to shit. And just imagine all of these factions trying to make reality mutable again. That could be fun, huh?
Could be real
Yeah.
fun.
I mean, that's like Malkov's end condition, right? Like where he can mutate reality as he sees fit without anyone else
He can
being
do
able
that
to...
even when it's calcified as it is. So, with it becoming more so...
Well, maybe he'll just learn the true name of God and rule the broken remnants of the universe.
It wouldn't surprise me completely.
Okay, so, what have we learned? What has Raffaello learned?
he needs to be more serious and start fucking up, or his master will be sad and murder him, and find someone else to do the job.
What has William learned?
Well, he has learned that apparently some insanely powerful being has apparently decided to started running around. Like he knew of the they could possibly, and they actually didn't know of the existence. We all were there. He didn't know of the existence of antediluvians.
Well, the fun part is that wasn't even an antediluvian. Technically, it's still at 4th gen.
Yes, but he doesn't know. He has no idea what the fuck is going on anymore.
Well, the Gangrel Justicar in the books meant a Ravnos Methuselah eye, I think, and decided that was, the mark of an antediluvian or something. And everything went to shit there. So, you wouldn't be the only one who decides that the Methuselah was, an antediluvian.
Oh yeah, there's also the part where the entire Setite clan believes that the Methuselah are set.
Well, they actually believe their god is set, and
Yes.
yeah. As in, he's the first of generation.
Yes, there's also the part where they have their abilities essentially at the higher levels end up being, I attempt to be take the form of a god.
Malkav splits himself in two bodies, goes on both sides of the gauntlet and consumes the Avatar Storm. He's now a mage.
Sadly, it is official that vampires and mages do not mix. The Avatar dies if that's
Yes.
the case. It sucks.
Wouldn't if
You know, I
read
reserve the right to have Malkav disbelieve that crap if he gets powerful enough.
I
Cause
just believe that it will decay.
exactly, I reserve the right to say that, you know, it's a big deal, but I'm not gonna proclaim that it's 100% unbeatable for an antediluvian if he has been working on that for millennia.
That's true.
Maybe that's what drove him insane.
Oh.
He saw reality
Or-
as it really is.
Yorick has learned that apparently the Chantry sucks even worse than he ever expected. Just so much worse. Because he wasn't even gone for 2 weeks and it self-imploded.
Literally.
yes, indeed. Illusions abound.
You know, Malik was like, oh my god, when he came back just a little bit, I think. I think we're gonna have that again when he realizes what happened.
Yeah,
It's gonna be great.
he really should not leave us alone.
Hey, I'll have you know Yorick does just fine being left alone. He just hooks into your security cameras to make sure he knows what's going on.
Yeah, but the person that plays Yorick just gives bad tips to how to destroy the world.
Maybe. Hey, I get to make a sword that will cut through reality. It will be amazing.
That will be amazing.
Malkav gets powered up first. He says, yeah, that's not a sword, that's a rubber duck. I just believe your reality.
Alright, that's fine. I
It's
believe
a
in a shotgun.
rubber duck bent reality. What would be better than that?
You know, that's essentially what mages are doing. That's what their powers come from.
Not
That's
completely.
the
They actually have
hand-
avatars and stuff and have their own little layer and that kind of stuff they draw it from. The
Well-
problem is, technocracy is making that further and further because disbelief has a lot to do with it, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if mages cast shit around humans, shit goes cray-cray.
I'm not gonna let technocracy kill more than one, maybe two antediluvians, though. Cause, you know, fuck them. Fuck them as well. And in fact, they have killed the Ravnos already, so they are at their quota if they manage to kill Zemitzi.
No, Dimitri
Cool.
let him live.
I don't like Zemitzi, though. Not very much, anyway. He's kind of... So he's a big flesh blob, so what?
I like the idea of Samisi in exactly one way. It is like facing the biggest vase on Earth if you get a party to face them.
Yeah,
Which I think that could be cool. That's the only one, though.
I don't know, I like insidious antediluvians more. Like, if he was just whispering in everyone's blood and slowly spreading as a disease without having a physical form at all. Now that I would love and that I could work with. This...
Malkov, though.
Yeah, true enough, which is why I really like him.
He's really cool. I love his little stuff going on. Because not only is he doing that, he's very subtle all the time.
You
The
know?
most overt he gets is suddenly a bunch of Malkavians show up at your doorstep.
You know, I read in the Transylvania Chronicles something along the lines and like salute, writing down stuff like, and I shall hide in another's body and they will never realize where the blow comes from and crap like that. And I just thought, isn't that what Malkov did first?
He did it way before Salute did.
Exactly, and he did it better.
Because it is official, his consciousness is literally the network, so... I love his little stuff going on, even though no one knows what he's really doing.
Mm-hmm.
If he's actually ever doing anything with any real idea.
It is possible. It's
It's
crazy.
possible that he's doing something with a singular goal in mind, but considering everything that I've read about it, it doesn't seem that way.
It depends what you read.
It depends on the storyteller as well.
Yeah, that's...
Does he seem like he's not working towards a goal here?
No, he definitely seems like he's working towards a singular goal here.
I'm sure it will be fine. It will be a golden age of prosperity for everyone.
Yeah, like when the Roman Empire happened.
Hey,
Oh, wait.
hey, look.
He shall build a 1,000-year Reich on the bones of the kindred race.
Remember, most Malkavians do believe, for some weird reason, that Malkov does have their own well-being in mind, in a fashion.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure there isn't a reason why Kennedy, the best seer in the city, is constantly trying to fight the voices, so to speak.
You know, I actually, out of character, I am not sure ever whether I want Malkov to be a good guy, quotation marks, or one of the really bad guys. I'm not sure. I think both are awesome.
I am sure as hell not gonna make him just purely good or purely bad.
I'm hoping for a mix, really.
Well,
Yeah.
And the Lugans can't be purely good or purely bad. It's
Well,
not in
purely is a term of thing, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make him like that kind of a one-dimensional villain where everyone is just fucked or everyone is just awesome.
Really, I like the idea. One of my favorite ideas is that he does actually like his clan, but like nobody else. You get fucked, you get fucked, you get fucked. I like you guys. You're like crazy kids. I don't know why. I just like that.
He shall break through the mists and consume the dreaming to power up. It'll be great.
His ultimate power up. Yay.
Slurp, slurp. It's made of fairy tales.
I also still really like my own interpretation of a certain thing. Although it doesn't have to do with Malkov or anything.
I
What?
should probably stop the recording soon, but yeah, go ahead. Share with the group.
Oh, sure. So everyone knows, the... what was it called? The animism thing? The thing where you believe you're sucking
yeah, that
somebody's
thing.
soul?
Sanguinary animism.
Yeah, that thing.
Yes.
I love the idea of that being the truth of the entire game. It's just that only those that have that little psychic quirk actually realize that's the truth.
With the rules on blood drinking as written, instead of going off of more medical interpretation, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's a
I
lot
love
more
it.
about, a lot less about how much blood there is, a lot more about the value of the blood. Which
Yep.
would also make sense why elders can have more blood in them, because their blood is purer.
There's just so much more soul in them.
I'm inclined to agree with that because people's body mass differs, but I'm just going with an interpretation that the power is spread like proportionally through the blood. So if you take a tenth of their blood, you get a tenth of the power that's stored in it.
Yeah,
Without
I just really like that being the actual truth of everything. That vampires really are truly monsters and not they're taking pieces of people's souls even just by leaving them alive.
Okay, so Seth's insanity is gone. I was debating letting Chapolin attach himself to Seth, perhaps even as an alternate personality. Oh well.
No, he's dead.
Oh yeah.
I
Also,
kill my
we need
cat.
we need experience.
Yes, so...
EXP, EXP.
Yeah.
So, moments of awesome.
Mm.
Seth! No.
I
Yeah.
think I like how William managed to very politely but firmly extract himself actually from the Malkavian Elder, where he had no choice to either break off the relationship completely or let him go away and do his own thing.
It didn't feel especially super awesome, but
I think
fairly
that
cool.
for Jackalor, given that he actually managed to be subtle and win at it,
Yeah, it was very, very good
It's
for him.
alright.
but I'm willing to take other nominations. It's just the moment that comes to mind when I think of this. Because the explosions, they happen every session.
They almost do. I thought Yorick was pretty cool in, just being able to do some stuff behind the scenes, but it wasn't really much.
Seth did a lot of interesting things, but he's dead, so
Yeah.
So yeah, go on. William, awesome
yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, so 334. Unless you can convince me that a landmark goal has been achieved, which for those who
You know
are
what? I will argue this. Not a landmark goal, but simply an end to a chapter. For the Chantry is destroyed utterly.
You know what? Actually, since we did ignite the Red Star and we did for the first time see what is sort of close to a full power antediluvian, and even if it's not quite in the flesh, yes, we can refill everyone's willpower and say that after this point on, we're in the Gehenna Chronicle.
Yeah. I think that I would say that it was a major goal to Raffaello to get to 9th generation, but
Yeah, no.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
No.
I disagree.
all the
Also.
time he was trying to double-rise to lower generations, but he failed.
Well, that's
miserably.
everyone essentially. That's into the outlet.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, anyone into Diablerie just has that as... That's not a landmark goal. That's just one of your normal goals, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I had thought that before we head into Gehenna we would have a prince, but given how everything has been going, I think that there will be like 2 maybe or 3 people left alive, and they can rule over the ashes. There isn't gonna be a next Prince of Springfield anymore, I think.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I'm not sure there's going to be a Springfield much longer.
Yeah, that's.
Oh no, that was always gonna happen. This city was gonna burn.
It's definitely doing that, and surprisingly not by most other people's hands.
I just want to see the Archon yell, "Enough! You die," and then everyone cuts her down, and it's all, free for all.
Yeah, if nobody cares about
You, and then she'll point at Yorick and go, "You die," and Yorick will just stab her in the throat.
Yeah.
All right, who's next?
Oh, yeah. I feel like she's gonna treat this like it's a perfectly normal time, and she has the full might of the Camarilla backing her, and she's gonna succeed for a while, and then she's just gonna get brutally murdered, and everything's gonna go to hell with the last, line of defense against anarchy gone.
Yeah, here's the real question: where exactly is the Camarilla support? I don't think it's coming for her. I think it's all going to shit.
It might be that a lot of Archons are trying to figure out what is going on with New York right now. And, yeah. I'm not gonna say that the blood just begins to fade as per the Gehenna thing, but I will say, but I will say that there is gonna be like a random chance for disciplines to fail, starting with the Lower generations, something like 1 in 20, maybe 1 in 10.
Yeah.
And
Although,
that's...
here is a real question for you.
Mhm.
Do you wish to follow a bit of the suggestion with one of the things with Gehenna is that the lower generations start getting really badly affected, while those who are of higher generations generally are actually pretty reliable or whatever.
No, I don't think so. They might be more affected by something like mind control from antediluvians, but I'm not just gonna create a blanket weakening. It's more like you're gonna be fucked by your individual antediluvian. Like La Sombra, of older generations might just start burning in bright lights and slowly converting to shadows to feed the monster in the abyss, but,
Huh.
Yeah, I'm not
that
gonna
case-
make a blanket weakening like that.
Yeah, I'm just kind of curious how Tremere would be affected then.
Your Taumater just starts acting up, randomly activating for no good reason.
No, I would probably say it would be something like a mind control, like the draw to come and serve the antediluvian, like there was in some of the books that you have to resist. And just have, at some point, all the Tremere be drawn to try and join Salute in a ritual of some kind. To ascend to the throne of the Demon Lord, or whatever he decides to do.
I was actually speaking of Tremere himself, not Salute.
Oh, Tremere himself. Well, what would happen with him? I would say that he would be trying to desperately find a way to leverage whatever juices he managed to suck out of Salute's soul into making his current body 3rd gen, and he's going to be busy with that for a while everything else is put in motion.
Cool.
Because he can't really compete if he's in a 4th gen body.
Yes, he can.
Well, in theory, yes, with level 3 of Path of Blood, but still.
He is Tremere. He kind of doesn't care about generation when it's that low.
Yeah, he can almost instantly put himself at lower than Kane.
Yes, but I would say that the really, like essentially level 10 powers, which essentially allows the discipline to become open-ended to a large extent, he might know how to do it, but his body just can't support it. Because we rule the same with Chaplain, like when the Eater of Eater of Names just reached out through him, he was still in a 14 gen body, and he couldn't use anything above level 4, even if he knew how.
Yep.
So, yeah. So you might need Tom 10, and you could lower your generation to 1st, but you still couldn't use Tom 10.
Yep.
Because, yeah, I would say that the
It actually does state that it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, because, it makes sense for that to essentially act as a focusing lens for some specific applications of the potency of the blood instead of just amplifying across the board.
Yep.
I can't wait for Malik to realize that he's on the red list and that everything's gone to hell for him.
Well, it doesn't matter at this point if he's on the red list or not.
I'm gonna give him one chance, if he doesn't choose to avoid it, that is, to talk to the Archon, but Yorick pretty much sunk him. And he's not a serious contender, he's just an assassin. If he was someone powerful enough to take seriously that essentially the Archon needed to maintain order, yeah, that might have mattered. Even if the Sheriff hadn't died, he still might have been okay, but he has the Nosferatu feeding him a few secrets now and again? Yeah, he's boned. He needed his power to survive, and I doubt he has it anymore, not enough.
Enough power? What power is left?
Exactly. He has a vague promise of support from the Gangrel, but now it looks like the Gangrel would essentially have to do all the work of putting him on the throne, so why bother?
He has kind of a thing with the Nosferatu-ish.
Ish is right. They did say they wouldn't risk their hides for him, right? And that was when he had the Tremere and Gangrel backing him, supposedly.
Yep.
They did say they would be just information brokers and their support would be purely political.
And that's kind of gone too.
Yeah, there's not much point unless he can demonstrate that there is a point. So, I guess we're gonna see Mel just trying to survive. The 5-minute prince.
I mean, he wasn't even put in as prince yet. People started calling him that for some reason.
Oh, that's just politics, right? He's the prince, just build him up. I mean, Corey's people are calling him prince, even if he just smiles and says that he can't rightly say that while nodding slightly. Yeah.
Well, look, I think this is gonna be ending pretty soon. I'm kind of hoping for it. Because I want to start playing a Malkavian.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see how long this takes to play out, but yeah. Would it serve Malkav to actually obliterate other factions and throw it into chaos, to avoid interference of any official sort? I mean, kill Kennedy, kill Corey, kill the Ventru bitch, and maybe his servant can take over. Possibly.
I'm not sure about the taking over bit, but...
Well, take over for the couple of days he'll need to organize an effort to reach the lower levels of the caverns under the city.
We'll just have to see who's faster.
Yeah, we will. You know, I'm thinking there will be like a gauntlet of insanity and, you know, reality bending crap for obvious reasons. Maybe I'm debating whether to make it something that the mages might have actually sealed away for some reason. Put some of that crap in there as well. Well, I'll have to decide, won't I? I don't think that will come up next session anyway, because this should be an epic quest to reach the deep dark down below.
Yeah, I'm thinking we're at the 3 to 6 sessions left point.
I was thinking if it ends up going slow with us playing out the social crap a bit more, then maybe 10, but 3 to 6 could end up being accurate. Though, if it was just 3, I honestly think it would feel kind of anticlimactic. Honestly.
It would depend on, well, 3 to 3, by 3 I mean until we're basically stopping the rolls and stuff, and it's more of just figuring out what's happening after the release of everything.
Mm-hmm. Well,
so realistically more like 4 to 7.
Yeah. Well, getting to Trogdor in 3 or 3 to 6 and just putting all that into motion, that's definitely possible.
Mm-hmm.
At least there's one rocket-propelled grenade launcher left, right? With Yorick.
You act like you can't make more very easily.
I would say that it would take some time to disassemble it in detail. Actually, no, fuck that. Ashmet can help amplify your aspect so you can essentially have X-ray vision and see a blueprint of it, if you ask nicely.
I'm maxed out on intelligence, science, and technology, and I have -2 on those checks. I can figure it out really nice and easy, especially with an actual example.
I suppose in theory, but I would still say that it requires some time to this.
So how much do the virtues cost per 2?
Pretty sure it's 2 per level.
Yeah. He wants to bring up courage, not to be fucked. You know, I'm gonna say that...
And you have to have a very good reason and ST approval and that kind of stuff.
I would let you go up by 1 on courage, Jackalor, but I would let you go up by more than 1.
I'm mostly just looking over things.
Yeah, I guess it would be actually easy for you, because it occurs to me that you would have a state-of-the-art equipment, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's kind of my point.
Yeah, in that case, yeah.
This
And
shouldn't be
especially-
hard with my situation or with York just generally being that way.
And I would assume that the Prince and the Venture in general would have long since established the contacts necessary to make, untraceable weapons of their own, and,
Yeah.
So yeah, they would know all the arms companies and all the people who run them, or rather the vampires that run them.
And I should myself have quite a few of those now. So yeah, it should be pretty easy for him to do.
I would say that those kinds of contacts, it's more in the mortal world than it is,
Yeah.
because those are essentially bolt calls. They're the people that vampires, at least high-powered vampires, usually don't bother with, because it's a way to hide from other elders in a lot of cases, in case he ever gets run out.
I'm just saying, it's some York can pretty do. He can do it.
I just imagine Ventru running around screaming after they launch rockets at Trogdor who's flying by because there's fire everywhere. Aim for the wings! Aim for the wings!
Remember, this is Yorick. Yorick is just able to do a lot of crazy shit.
Okay, let me end the recording and yeah.